guys, Aisa here, and welcome to my 600 subscriber special Q&A. Now, I might be a little bit late, very late, just a little bit late, but it's okay. I'm doing it now, and I just want to say first, thank you so much for 600 of you. That's mental. I mean, there was a point where I never thought I'd reach 50, so I really do appreciate it a ton. I might sound like I say that quite a lot, but I really do mean it. I mean, it's an awesome milestone. Like every 100 or so, I consider a milestone. So without further ado, let's get into the celebrations. I asked you guys if you had any questions, and you answered. And first off, we have Star Owl Gaming, who asks, am I planning on getting a face cam? I definitely am. That is what my Patreon is set up for. I hope to save up enough funds to be able to afford a very swifty camera. This one to be very specific. And I want to expand a little more with my content. So I really do hope that I can eventually afford this webcam. Also, hashtag support me on Patreon. A regular HQ also asked if I'll ever get a face cam, so that part of your questions is answered. But question number 2, why is YouTube something I want to do? Honestly, I started the channel as a way to get better at talking to people, and I feel like I have achieved that in some sense. I mean, I still have quite a lot to go, but I definitely have achieved that particular goal in mind. I want to do YouTube as a way of, honestly, I was bored when I started this channel. I mean, I didn't have anything that I was committed to or any hobbies at the time, so I figured, you know, I have games, I have a semi-shitty headset that I never use, why the hell not utilize it? And so that's why I was born. And 3, is there any possibility we could ever collab on a game? Now, I have a very strict policy. I don't collab with people that I don't know, purely because, you know, you can get into, you just might not click. You just might not click at all, and that's never a good thing when you're trying to collab with someone. That, and I like to, you know, become friends with the people before I end up collabing with them. That's why I do the few podcasts that I've been on. I mean, we've got Misclick podcast and a few friends podcasts. I do those because I'm good friends with them and I've known them for a while. So if anyone ever wants to do any kind of collabing things with me, you gotta get to know the girl. You gotta get to know the woman behind this microphone who's just waving her hands around very awkwardly, kind of like Enchantress in Suicide Squad. Next up we have Gumshoe Gamer, who asked quite a few questions. By the way, I love it when people ask quite a few questions. You tend to play a lot of newer games. Would you ever play a retro game, and if so, what is one I would play? I do play a lot of newer games, that is very true. But I don't know if I would ever play a retro game, purely because it's not my style, or I tend to get very frustrated with the old school games. I mean, maybe perhaps I would, you know, pick one up someday, but as to what type of retro game, or what retro game in particular, I don't know at this rate. In terms of life advice, what advice would you give to anyone that is starting out on YouTube? The one bit of advice that I would give is to stay away from, like, sub for sub people. Just stay away. Don't do it. You'll just end up with dead subs. I'll admit, I fell for the trap of people commenting on my things, being like, hey, sub for sub. And I was like, okay, that's awesome. And then you never see them again once you do that. So I fell for that when I first started, because I was very naive when I first started. I would say stay away from that. And honestly, a lot of people say that, oh, if you want to be good at YouTube, get the best of the best equipment, and then you'll fucking set. But if you invest a shit ton of money into things and then try it out for the first time and you don't like it, that's a waste of a lot of money. So I would say, if you want to get into YouTube, start out with what you have. See if you like it. and go from there. Would I ever do a Sonic game? Mandatory Sonic reference. Only if it's Sonic Heroes, because that was my fucking shit as a kid. Why did I want to start making videos? As I said before, I was honestly just bored and I wanted to get better at talking to people, so I decided to record myself playing Dragon Age Inquisition. That series no longer exists on my channel because I am very embarrassed by it, because the first episode was 40 minutes long and it was so terrible. Very poorly edited and it was gross. It was gross. But yeah, I wanted to just get better at talking to people and do something that I really like, which was playing video games. Last one from Gumshoe. What would I want to be known for? I think I would like to be known for... I did record this whole Q&A thing previously, but I wasn't too happy with my answers, especially this one in particular, so because I've thought about it. And one thing that I would like to be known for is, well, obviously the gaming side of things. I mean, I fucking love gaming. That will always be like a constant on this channel. No matter what I branch out in, the gaming will tie in to this channel, always. But one thing that I do want to be known for is probably being like very open about my mental health. I like being able to talk about and share my experiences with you guys. I mean, you've seen my Skyrim video, you've seen my recent Life is Strange video, and I like to be able to incorporate gaming into that and use it as a way of sharing my own experiences and my own thoughts about whatever topic I'm talking about, whether it is, you know, depression or bullying or, you know, so on and so forth. So I think I would like to be known for that, you know, just not being scared or like ashamed of my own experiences and being able to maybe help people. I don't know if someone as small as me would be able to help someone, but even if just by me like opening a door and being able to share my own experiences, and maybe someone else will relate to that, if you get what I mean. So yeah, that is something I would like to be known for. Supercool Gaming asks, on a scale of rusty to shiny, what is my favorite color? I would like to say shiny. Dace asks, on average, how long does the production of one video take you nowadays? How much did it change to, say, a year ago? When I first started, I pretty much just slapped what I had together and then uploaded pretty much immediately. Like, I had no schedule system or anything. I just sort of slapped all the bits together, uploaded it, and prayed to all the old gods in the new. But nowadays, I take a lot more time with my pretty much overall video creation process. I mean, my scripted videos take me roughly about a week to make, and a gameplay video, depending on how fast I want to get it out, it usually takes about a day, maybe two, if I want to like work on like 2 videos at once, or if something has a lot of heavy editing with subtitles and whatnot. So it definitely has changed from when I first started, especially with my scripted videos, because I do research and I write the actual script itself, and then I compile the clips together and, you know, try and make the little cuts make sense with what I'm talking about and what's happening in the video, if that makes sense. So it has changed quite a lot. What part of creating vids was/is the hardest part for you personally? What's the easiest, and again, did it change from over time, and if so, why? This is a good question. The hardest part about creating videos for me is definitely finding motivation, because I mean, obviously, as you know, I do have depression and I'm also a lazy shit. Some days I just absolutely feel like crap, whether it be like personal life or just my mood or, you know, lack of sleep. So, and I find it hard to, you know, muster up the motivation to sit my ass down and record something. So that definitely plays into it with creating videos. The easiest thing I'd say is, I would say the easiest part is the actual recording itself. Like, once I sit my ass down, I am like golden. I'm good to go. I pretty much just lose myself in whatever I'm doing and I focus on that. And that has changed since I started. When I first started, I was very awkward and I overthought everything. Like, literally everything. But now, I honestly just don't care. I don't care. I'm very relaxed and it feels great. Number 3, your naming choice is sort of connected to you liking heroes with ice powers. So, you as a superhero, looks and powers, short pitch, go. Alrighty, so, new Wonder Woman's outfit. Instead of red and blue and gold, it is black. The blue part is purple. The rest is gold, because, you know, that's like yellow. But my powers would probably be telekinesis, and I don't know, I'd like to say ice powers, because then, you know, my name makes sense. But I kind of want to be a jack of all trades. Sort of like Delson Rowe from Infamous Second Son. I love Wonder Woman's powers, I love Superman's powers, I love Jean Grey's powers, and I love Magneto's powers so much. I think Magneto's powers are definitely like my favourite. So honestly, I'd like to be something akin to sort of a mix between Wonder Woman and Delson Rowe from Infamous Second Son, but minus the whole, when you drain powers, you lose the ones you have. You know, I'd like to be a jack of all trades. What's on the horizon creatively? Sticking to the same edited LPs, news, the occasional info vid, or any plans to branch out and try different kinds of videos, like in-depth discussions, other forms of essays, or something completely different? Well, as I said earlier, I do want to get a webcam so I can branch out with my videos in general. And one of the ideas that I do have is, believe it or not, I do want to make the cosplay videos. I mean, I'm going to be completely honest. I have a ton of makeup. So much makeup. It's ridiculous. I am drowning in it, honestly. And it sits there, and it's sad, it's lonely, it wants to be used. And I do have some skills of makeup, but I'm just too lazy to put the stuff on. And ages ago, I actually did like a makeup test for Ciri from The Witcher 3, and that turned out really well. I managed to pretty much nail her scar and the freckles, so I want to make those sorts of videos, as well as some like vloggy type videos where I sit down and talk about something. I don't know what I would exactly talk about. It'd probably be something like more mental health topics, because that is a thing that I do want to incorporate and share a lot more, as well as like tie it into like the gaming side of things. That, and say what you will, but I'd also like to incorporate my pets a lot more, because they're a big part of my life, and now that you guys have seen them on the channel, they're going to be a big part of this place too. Yeah, those are my plans, as well as doing the regular stuff that I do now. Dad with a Pad asks, if you could be any character in any game, new or old, who would it be? I would like to be Lara Croft, mostly because Lara Croft is a badass bitch, and she is hot as hell, and very smart. So I would pretty much like to be Lara, because, you know, I absolutely idolize the shit out of her. Bunchrain asks, so be honest, do you have a favourite pet? It's okay, they can't hear you right now. Your secret is safe with us. Now, I don't have a favourite pet, but if I had to choose, if I absolutely had to choose, I would probably, and it pains me to say it because they're sitting right next to me, I have like 3 of my pets sitting right next to me, I would probably pick Muffin, purely because I've had her the longest. Like, she was around before Gizmo, Basil, and Arya. Like, I've had her since I was 12, so it would definitely be Muffin. Reeve Sunflyer asks, for the people not getting a lot of subs or views, what kind of tags do you put so they can compare notes? Now, one thing that I will recommend is using TubeBuddy. Now, with TubeBuddy, obviously it will recommend you like suggested tags, but another thing that you can do is go on to a video that is like yours. So for example, I could go on to Markiplier's Dream Daddy video, his first one, and I could copy some of the tags that he's used, excluding stuff like his name. Don't use his, if you're gonna use someone else's tags, don't use their names or anything, because you can get in some serious caca for that. And you just copy them and paste them into your own tags, as well as adding your own tags, like, you know, your YouTube username and whatnot. Nicholas asks, what other goals do you want to accomplish by the end of the year, channel or personal goals? I'll answer this with 2. I'll go with channel and personal. So for the channel, I I have some weird channel goals, guys. I have some weird ones. I would like to, so as numbers wise, I think I would like to hit maybe 800. I'd like to hit 800 and 666 subscribers. Yeah, I'm that level of cheesy. So I would like to definitely do that. Because, you know, I want to keep growing this place. You know, I work really hard on it. And I would like to see it one day blossom into a beautiful, beautiful flower or something. I don't know. As for my personal goals, I am planning on heading to Florida, hopefully, at the end of the year. So that will be a thing that I definitely want to achieve. I mean, I've already gotten my passport, I've gotten the authorization to enter the United States. So I definitely want that to, you know, become a reality by the end of this year. And one more thing that I definitely kind of want to get is a tattoo. Yeah, I would love to get my first tattoo. The one that I have in mind is actually Ellie's tattoo from The Last of Us Part 2 trailer. I adore the design. We have the same type of ferns that she has on her tattoo over here in New Zealand, so I feel like it would tie in really well. And finally we have the side productions. What type of weapons would you take? Any martial arts style going with it if you wanted to go all samurai slash ninja slash whatevs? Katana. I would definitely go with a katana. I love swords. I love swords. And if I was going to be like a samurai or whatever, I would definitely sort of go the katana route. Because katanas are fucking rad. And number 2, which fictional characters would you hang out with if you could hang out with them? Ooh boy, that is such a hard question. I would probably hang out with Tracer. Tracer seems like a bunch of fun. She seems like just a little bundle of fun. I'd also like to hang out with Ellie from The Last of Us because I absolutely adore that child. It's going to be weird. I won't be able to call her a child anymore because in the new game she'll be my age. And Geralt of Rivia, because I feel like Geralt would be a fun time. And those are all the questions. Thank you so much to everyone who put in questions. I really appreciate it. And thank you to the people that just said, you know, well fucking done. I also appreciated that a ton. Anyway guys, that is Icefire signing off, and I'll see you introverts all later next time on the channel. Have a lovely day / night wherever you are in the world. Bye!